Puddles in the morning, puddles in the evening, puddles in the afternoon. Well, I'm a puddle boy and she's a puddle girl. The Puddles podcast is starting real soon.
Welcome to Puddles. It's your host, Andrew Collin, joined by my co-host,
Brenna LaRock.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're having a White Claw. I don't know why, but we're doing it. We're having a claw.
There's something about the summer. I just become a feral version of myself. Not feral, but I just, every day I'm like, what's wrong with a little bubbly?
You live here. There's no cloud. You don't know what day it is, what time it is, what month it is. So you're like, hey, it's 5 o'clock somewhere, baby.
Mm-hmm. There's something about Los Angeles. Every day feels like a Friday. Everyone is always out and about.
No one works.
There's always a tourist here. People work weird hours. It's just every day's a Friday.
I know. It's one of those things where I think it's so funny to say it's 5 o'clock somewhere when it's like a horrific thing. Like I saw that car accident the other day.
What a positive spin, though, Andrew.
I know. I was on the phone with my buddy and this lady just didn't even, I think she hit the gas instead of the brake because she drilled it and it was a 5-car pile up. And I was like, and I just reacted. We talked about it the other day. I just watched it in real life. I just saw the most horrific thing on earth. And I was like on the phone and I swear to God, my reaction was, I just saw a wreck. And it was like a full on, like bad wreck. And my buddy's like, is everyone all right? And I was like, hey, man, it's 5 o'clock somewhere. And he's like, I don't think you use that. I don't know why I just wanted to say it. There's like a fucking like 9 dead people. I'm like, it's 5 o'clock somewhere.
Okay, how fast was the
everyone
line?
going?
Yeah, what was it set up?
It was
the
this
scene?
old lady. It was 2 old ladies in like an Oldsmobile. I think one was driving, but she was probably going like 40. And drilled.
So, have you ever seen like basically however fast you're going, it's when you hit like whatever the impact is, it like doubles the speed. Or you get what I'm saying? Like the impact is double the speed, basically. So if you're going 40, it's as if you were going, like the impact is like you might as well have been going 80.
Oh boy. Here we go. Empirical.
What is there's something about it.
Go on. What our equation? Wait, so if you're going 40 and you hit someone, maybe if they were going 40 on the other.
Oh, yeah. But if.
No, go on. Babe, I love when you break down science. So inertia.
An object in motion tends to stay in motion.
Unless it hits a Buick, which this car did. And the old lady got out and you could just tell she was just like. It is funny when like there's a car wreck and if it's like a young punk, like a 18-year-old punk listening to like some kind of fucking loud ass shitty music and his engine's all loud and he hits you, you want to fucking murder him. But and you could bring that energy and everyone would be like, yeah, fuck that teenager up or fuck that young kid up. But then if it's an old lady, you can't, you got to get out and be like, fuck. You hit me pretty good there. And she's like, oh, did I? Oh, are you bleeding? That's what the scene was like. And then the fucking firefighters came within seconds. It's kind of crazy. I don't know. I sent you the photo of the accident.
Yeah, I just saw the old woman just in the middle of the street. Like, where am I?
Dude, there has to be an age limit of when you can't drive or be president.
This is where I'm wondering at what age do you become like super aloof? And I have some people in my life that are like in their 60s.
Yeah.
And I think it's 60s. The 60s.
Man, I don't have a lot of time left.
I know. It's just but it has to do a lot with your environment, obviously.
You know what I think?
What?
I think that the advancement in cars, the Tesla can go 0 to 60 in 2.8 seconds, and you're going to put an 85-year-old man.
There is nothing scarier than seeing an old person driving a Tesla. I saw it the other day, an old woman driving her old husband in a Tesla, and I was like, that should be illegal.
It should be illegal.
It should be illegal.
They need a governor.
Yeah. Tesla drivers are already shitty drivers to begin with because I hate
so entitled.
Teslas. No, because they automatically slow and the brake lights don't come on. So you have to just guess that the Tesla's going slower if you're behind it, and then put an old person in the car. It's just a disaster. I don't think it's a good idea.
Yeah, I don't know.
But would you rather have an old person driving a Tesla or an old person driving like, I don't know, like a Prius, whatever, or like a van?
No, I think a Prius is actually the perfect car for an old person.
Or an old car, because
but the problem with old cars is they're heavy and they don't react as well. So the brakes aren't as good, and it's just I think it needs to be, or like a Honda from like the lowest model Honda.
Yeah, it doesn't have a lot of like front and back to it. It's just like compact.
A little compact.
Yeah. You know,
but it can't be too compact because then they'll get murdered.
Yeah, when my grandpa was in like late stage Alzheimer's, he was a very independent man and was always like, basically he shouldn't have been driving, but they didn't want to like let him. I don't know. His doctor said, don't take him too much out of his routine because that's what will make him regress even more or whatever. But
Look, Grandpa loved driving 100 on the highway. Dude, I don't care about the dementia.
They kept my grandpa in a car behind the wheel for way too long.
That's what Grandpa wanted.
Way too long. But they were like, well, if it keeps him alive for a few more months, he might kill other people. But anyways, they got him like a teeny tiny little red, one of those tiny little bubble cars, which is so cute thinking about my grandpa driving like a little red
So he
car.
couldn't kill anyone else.
Dude, all he could do, he was only allowed to go to the dry cleaner and back that he owned. But yeah, it's so funny. I think we should put all old people in those
bubble
little
wrap cars. Yeah.
Oh, and make them attachable so they can like go and like attach to their friends and go pick up their friends, and they can like all convoy to work or to
I
church
think they
together.
should be on AI. They should be like Waymos, where they don't have autonomy over the car. The car, we control the car, but they think that they're in control.
Yeah, so they don't regress.
Yeah, so we put their dead dementia arms on the wheel.
No, you strap them in.
Yeah, you strap them in. You tie them up. Yeah.
And we tell them that that's how cars drive now.
And then you just sit next to him and go, "Whoa, Grandpa, you drove fast today, Grandpa." He's like, we never left the driveway." No, we did, Grandpa. It was great. Yeah, I think so. Look, here's the thing. A lot of people don't have these yet in the other parts of the country, but there are cars that are AI called Waymos here in LA. They look like they're making coffees in the back.
Yeah, there's like a spinny thing on top. When I first saw it, I thought it was like a portable coffee car. Like you could order coffee from.
And then you just grab the cup from the trunk. If you've seen them, you know exactly.
That is a very LA thing of me to think, though. Like, oh, wow, look at that.
Yeah, look at that keto-free coffee maker car. Instead, it's like a full-on. But it's funny. The first time you see it, you look over. There's no one in the fucking car.
Or there's somebody in the car, in the passenger seat, chilling on their phone.
Or there's a grandfather who thinks he's driving. He's like, "Whoa, I'm fucking."
Oh my God, driverless Waymos going to pick up old people
and letting them sit in the driver's seat to think that they're still functioning.
Perfect.
Yeah, functional. Who knows? But yeah. But now I swear to God, it's like one of those things where like how quickly we adapt, and this is why everyone's like, AI won't. No, we're just gonna accept it so quick because I see it now, and I'd rather see a driverless car than about 95% of people that drive in fucking LA or anywhere. It's just true. It's like, I can't believe we think like, oh, can you trust a computer? Can you trust Fred, who was eating Funyuns and fucking had 5 fucking beers at the game, and he's driving home and he's sucking his fingers and he's going 95 in a fucking 40?
I used to dissociate really bad, and I would like disassociate while driving.
I've done that.
Yeah.
I know what you're talking about.
And then I'd be home and I'm like,
I'll have a full on conversation with myself while driving on the highway, and then drive like 3 hours and be like, did I use a blink? Did I turn? Like, yeah.
It's like reading a book And then for like you're turning the pages and then you're like, what? I was reading the words, but I wasn't.
Yeah.
You know.
But I was also going 95 miles per hour. It's crazy, dude.
Mm-hmm.
I used to have panic attacks while driving, and then I would drive faster to get home to deal with my panic attack. But then it would cause me panic because I was driving too fast. And it was a real. That's why we should have fucking driverless cars, dude. Because you got me going, and I would get to a park. I remember I had a panic attack, and I drove, and I went to a park, and I don't know. Sometimes when you have panic and you try to go someplace quiet, all you can think about is the panic.
It's crazy to try to come down from that.
I just had one today. I told you. I think it was a panic. It was kind of a panic attack. It was also caffeine and no water, but yeah, and heartburn. Which then I think is a heart attack.
Heartburn sometimes makes me feel like I'm gonna die, like my heart's gonna explode.
Because it has every fucking symptoms of a heart attack. The feeling in the arm, because it could go all the way down your arm.
Yeah, remember that time I thought I was dying?
The only reason why I don't think I'm dying is because it's happened so many times.
But now you're at the age where you're like, am I having a heart attack?
You know what? I didn't think of that till right now.
Because a lot of men get heart attacks in their 40s. Not to like freak you out, but if you are ever second guessing it, you should make sure that you're not having a heart attack.
No, it's too expensive to go to the ER. I'd rather die. I'd rather be dead than deal with another fucking $4,000 hospital bill where they just call me a pussy. Care. The doctor's like, you're a pussy. You're a little bitch. I'm like, yeah, but doc, the heartburn's similar and now I'm 44. He's like, well, you're acting like you're 7, you fucking bitch. And I'm like, thanks. Yeah, we're staying now. We are home, but we have been house sitting for, it does feel like 6 months, but it's only been like 5 days.
It's so hard to be away from home.
And our tiny home. So we're staying in like a 3-bedroom fucking like $1 million home, probably a couple $1 million home. No air conditioning, which is
wild.
Which we didn't know till a couple days before. It is wild. We have a cat that we can't. She opens the windows and doors, so she's kind of fine, but we can't do that. We've kind of figured out a few things, but we also learned that spiders are.
Andrew's killed like 5 spiders.
So,
yeah,
we're staying in this place and. It's it's huge compared to where we live. And there's been some positives and negatives. The negative, the other night, it's 3 a.m?
Yeah. Which 3 is the haunting hour. It's true. 3 3 which I think it was 3:36.
And if it's 3, it's really 6 if you're driving forward.
Or 3 squared. So yeah.
3 squared.
No, there's 9.
So it's 3 a.m. I don't know if I'm awake or not. Again, it's a big place, way bigger than our place. I think I was asleep too. Like
we were like
you were asleep.
We were asleep.
Yeah, but I kind of was like I was probably like 3/4.
Were you in like the Twilight Zone?
Well, I woke up. I was on like TikTok. My arm was going numb. I was kind of falling asleep. And then you were full asleep. And next thing you know, we both hear. We still think we heard a ghost. Mm-hmm. And I know it sounds crazy, but it just said, what did it say?
Whoops.
Whoops.
Okay, listen.
So a ghost tripped on a banana.
It sounds really really funny, but it was dead quiet.
Dude.
And Andrew and I, it went, whoops.
Whoops.
And I went, what was that? Andrew and I both like sprung up in bed. It
was
sounded
one of those
like
things where,
it sounded like it was like in the room with us, and it went whoops.
Whoops.
No, it wasn't even like whoops. It was whoops.
Whoops. It was such a sound that it was so specific.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I think it was real.
Mm-hmm.
And it was 3:00, the
witching hour.
The witching hour. But I realized like if it's 3 a.m, it's when you hear a ghost at 3 a.m. versus we were figuring out at like 11 in the morning. It's a whole other thing. Like during the day, ghost, bring it
You're
on.
like, get the fuck out of here,
Get the
man.
fuck. I'll give him a wet willy. I'll
Yeah.
fucking give a ghost a noogie. I'll noogie his ass. But if it's fucking 3 in the morning, I don't know what it is. Our brains aren't like able to comprehend it.
So scary. You said, Andrew, we both had to pee after that, and Andrew saw me pee for the first time because I was like, you can't leave me. Like, I'm so scared. And
'Cause
so
It's a long hallway.
I made him stand. Yeah, it's a really long hallway with just like doors that you can't see into. It's just like, and I was like, you have to stay here with me while I
I gotta
pee.
watch you piss.
Yeah.
He's never seen you pee?
Mm-mm. I see him pee all the time, but he's never.
I mean, I
seen me
haven't
pee.
seen the piss come out of her vagina.
Well,
I've been.
No, you've never watched me sit on the toilet and pee until
I
the
think
other night.
No, I've seen it.
No, you haven't.
Whoops.
What if the ghost like just like hit his knee on like the edge of the
That's the
bedpost and was like,
thing.
whoops?
Yeah, it's. I mean.
Yeah, no, it was like a silly sound, but because it was a silly sound, I don't know, that made it more real, and we couldn't fall back to sleep. And it's one of those things where you just want daylight you just want the sun to show,
Mhm.
so you go fall back to bed. So for 2 hours, we were like, "Did you hear that?" Like I heard, I felt
heard it. Yeah, like it was like
and then Mango was kind of
it
going nuts.
woke me up out of like that's, and I'm a hard sleeper.
And you could say it was the alarm. You can say it was like a cat outside, but it was so
Yeah.
specific.
But we can't tell the house owner because they live alone.
They do live alone.
Yeah.
And they just bought a gun.
Mm-hmm.
And you can't shoot a ghost that's already been shot, I guess, or killed or died. But it made me appreciative of our tiny home because you can't have a ghost. We can't even live here. There's no way a ghost
Oh my god!
would choose.
If we had a ghost, that would be so funny.
Oh my
we would
God.
just like wake up and he's just sitting in our one chair.
He's like, "Can I get on the bed, dude? I'm fucking, my legs are cramped."
He's like petting Mango.
Yeah, dude. A ghost would do.
It would have to always be standing.
Yeah.
Like he would like have like one place to stand.
Also, it's not cool. It's like a ghost. The whole thing is it fucks up your kitchen. It throws some plates.
Dude,
And
it
you-
could definitely stab us with the knives. Like we're not that far away from.
But that's
them.
the thing. It's not that cool because we sleep essentially in the kitchen.
Yeah.
So it's not like we walk out of the bedroom and we're like, "What was that?" It's like it's right here.
Mm-hmm.
A ghost would not stay here. A human shouldn't stay here. So anyhow, yeah, we definitely learned that that if you can see everything in your house, it's way more comfort.
Mm.
So get what you wish for. I don't know. There's just negatives to everything.
Nothing is as good as it seems.
Yeah.
That's what I said
Yeah.
when we came back. I was like, God, it's so nice to be home in the air conditioning. And I was like, nothing's ever as good as it seems.
I mean,
Or it is, but that is very hard to come by. But everything comes with a sacrifice. There's a good lesson in that.
yeah, we learned it through.
Mhm.
Whoops.
Whoops.
Yeah, I think if you live alone and you're like a rich guy or girl and
How
you
do
choose
you live?
to
How?
how do you not freak the fuck out? We had a room in our house growing up. There was a room where it kind of smelled like what we were talking about last week.
Asbestos.
Yeah, and it was a room that connected to the attic, so you could like I don't know, like the
Oh.
attic was like next to it,
Like,
and it was just such a place for
were
a
there
ghost.
stairs to the attic, or was it like a pull down attic?
No, it was just like a door into the attic. It wasn't even a pull
so
down
it was like
attic.
a third floor.
But it was on the second floor. It was
Okay.
weird how the house was set up.
Interesting.
Yeah,
Okay.
but it was a perfect spot for a ghost, and we just never went in that room.
No, fuck that.
But we didn't talk about it. But we just had a ghost room.
Mm-hmm.
Where you're not going to watch TV because we'd keep the door closed because there was I just realized this. Like, that's where the big screen TV was. And we're like, nah, the ghost isn't. Like,
That's the ghost room.
but that's the kind of house that has a ghost where you have like 4 bedrooms on the water. That's where a ghost is going to live, man. Not in this fucking apartment.
I'm kind of on Medium TikTok, and
Oh, kind of? Here we go.
I saw this thing. It's like all these mediums will post things about the spiritual world that you should know. And I was going through the slide, and one of them said, basically, no, ghosts don't watch us, or our spirits don't watch us do the dirty. If you were ever wondering, like, they respect our space and our privacy. And I was like, this has gotten out of hand. Because also, have I always wondered that though? Yes. I'm like, can my grandpa see me getting like dicked down by this like 45-year-old man? Like, is that happening? but it's honestly, it took one TikTok medium to tell me no, and then I was like, I'm never gonna wonder about it
Did you
again.
search that on TikTok? Were you like, can grandfather see me get fucked by an old man? Who? Dude,
you know what?
that is ridiculous.
I don't know. I've always wondered.
Like, where would he be? He wouldn't be here.
Like, just in the room, just chilling. Yeah.
That is crazy.
I mean, yeah, it is crazy.
No, now I think about it. I mean, I literally hooked up with a woman
I thought
in my grandma's bed
really?
where my grandpa, not where he died, but
Your grandpa was probably like, hell yeah, brother.
I could feel my grandpa's hands on my ass cheeks pushing me into her.
That's really nice of him.
Yeah, it was cool. He had strong, big hands.
Was he like pulling up your hernia for you?
He actually pulled my dick out a couple inches. Thanks, Grandpa. Thank you. I could feel his warm hands. But all his clothes were in the closet. Like, I could see his like dead guy hats and everything.
That's crazy. But like, do you think about like now? I guess sometimes I think about once our family dies, like when our older family dies, you know, like our parents or our grandparents or whatever. It's like, well, you're gonna have to be nice to me, otherwise my parents are gonna see you being mean to me.
Oh,
you know,
rather than you calling and telling them.
Yeah, they're gonna they're gonna see it.
All right. Well, when that happens,
then he'll start being nice.
And we get some money, I'll be cool. I'll be nice. Yeah, we went to. We've done a lot of different like workout classes. We're like living like this. Like, part of it's horrible, and then the other part of it, we're living by the beach now. And quickly we've like, I've gotten like an attitude like, I don't own the house. I'm literally sleeping in like this shitty room, like whatever. And I have this attitude of like, I could walk to the beach. So, and it was the weekend and there were people driving to the beach, and I was like, look at these poor fucking losers that can't even fucking walk to the beach. They have to find parking.
I do judge people who don't walk to the beach if they're in walking distance, though. I'm judging you.
Yeah. That's what I've been doing. But only because, I don't know, I've taken on this persona. It's like when I stayed in my brother's pool house in the Hamptons. I was able to play that role.
Do you think it's because you feel like you deserve it and you're finally in that position, or you feel like you just like want to pretend?
I don't think I deserve it.
Oh my God.
But I do like feeling like I'm like fucking Great Gatsby.
You're around there. Oh my God. I didn't tell you this. The other day we were walking on Abbot Kinney, and I was in such a bad mood. It was like the day before I started my period, and I was just pissed off. And I walked into this bathing suit store, and it was so small. It was teeny, and there was 3 sales associates in there, and they're just like all like, hi, and I'm like, hi. Like,
yeah, why did he talk like that?
I know. And
I think it might help with sales.
Hi. And then she was like, what are you getting into today? Like, what are you up to? Like, they just assume people walking on Abbot Kinney are tourists, and I was annoyed by that. And so I was like, or like, what brings you around, you know? And I was like, oh, I live around the around the corner. I said that. And then she goes, oh, so you've like been in before. You like,
didn't say your house sitting. You're like, no, my place.
I was like, I live around the corner. And then I even got more mean because she was like, oh, so you know, you've been in before, like, you know about our brand. And I was like, no, I don't actually. And she's like, oh, well, I was being so mean. And then she was like, oh, well, we're like a Los Angeles based company. Everything's like made here. And I was like, cool. And everything was super colorful. There's like 3 black bathing suits. And I was like, oh, I really like black bathing suits, actually. And she like brought me over to them. And when the other sales associate goes, oh, are you from New York? When I said I only like black bathing suits, and I go, no, I'm not. and then I was like, that's not really what I was looking for, but thank you, bye.
You're like, that's where my other home is.
Like, why was I so rude? Like, I was so mean, because don't pounce on me as soon as I walk into your store. First of all, that is really, like, don't make it more natural than that. But also, why are there fucking 3 of you out here? I can't even, like,
I know.
you know what I mean?
It's already
like, I can't
kind of
even
a
turn
vulnerable
around.
thing you're buying.
Yeah.
And then you have 3 women or men, whatever, being like all over you, trying to oversell. Some people like it. Some people go in there just for the attention, to feel like they could be like, oh yes, I do look good in this, but I don't want that ever.
Well, they're probably used to tourists, and tourists, I feel like they're just like happy to like be there, you know?
Yeah.
So maybe they want to be engaged with like that, but it just made me so annoyed for some reason. And I just felt like being really mean.
What's funny is you've worked in retail for a
so I'm
long
normally
time,
really
so you would think
nice.
you'd have
I
empathy,
know.
but you're like, nah, bitch, I live on the beach.
I live on the beach, bitch. I used to work retail, but now I live around the corner.
I wax my vagina now. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you. I live in a house with a ghost that I don't pay rent for, and
I was so mad.
Dude, yeah, we're taking it on. And look, it's all right. I think a little entitlement every once in a while, I think it builds character. I think you need it. You can't feel like a sad sap all the time. You got to feel like, you know, you're a billionaire sometimes and fucking tell people what to do, you know?
No, I don't know. I do actually. No, that's a lie. I love to be cunty sometimes.
Man, that was a real turnaround you had there. Just ended in silence for a while. We'll be back. And we're back. By the way, if you haven't joined our Patreon yet, we have a Patreon. We do 4 extra episodes each month. And we have built a nice little community over there. And we're very excited for everyone that's already joined and for people to join in the future. If you go to patreon.com/puddles with Andrew and Brenna, join. It's we have fun over there. It's even sillier than here somehow. And get some merch while you're at it. And also, if you're on YouTube, like and subscribe. Got it all.
Good job.
Thanks. So we're living by the beach now. We've gone to like 9 different workout classes because we got this thing called Class Pass. It's going to sound like an ad, but they gave us 2 weeks free, and boy, did we use it quick. And we went to Barry's, which is so intense. The instructor there, you get these instructors at a place like Barry's and they know it's your first time. So I guarantee they've been told.
That's what I hate about Class Pass.
They know it's your first time.
It's always your first time at the gym.
And they try to get you. They want you to sign up. So they're like extra nice to you. They'll do that thing with like, it's Andrew and Brenna's first class. Everybody clap for them. And it's like, bitch, I live in a beach house. I don't need this.
I live around the corner.
Yes, I also have a place in New York. I go back and forth. I'm by fucking coastal, bitch. And I'm only doing Class Pass and for free for 2 weeks just to feel like a poor bitch like you.
No, so he comes up to us, first of all, and asks us what kind of workouts we do. So when we're not here.
Yeah.
And Andrew does HIIT. He runs. I go for walks. I do Pilates and Legree, mostly Legree now. But those types of workouts. The whole class. First of all, when he's talking to us before class, I had to walk away, like inch away from him multiple times, but I don't even think he knew it, but he was talking this close to my face like this.
Yeah.
And
it was intense. I thought we were going to make out.
I mean, it was just so uncomfortable.
I don't want to kiss a man, but I felt like I didn't have a choice.
You didn't have a choice. Like, and he kept getting closer and closer.
He's like, this is your first class?
Yeah.
You're going to do so good. Just watch
Yeah.
me. Just watch what I do, and I'll let you know what to do. I'll let you know, and I'll help you out. And if you have any kind of trouble, just let me know, and I'll help you.
Thank you.
So
Thanks,
much.
man. Thanks.
And I love your eyes.
Thank
and I'll
you.
help you lift so
That's what it
hard.
felt like.
That's what it felt like.
He
And it
was
was
gonna
so
kiss
intense.
me. And then during the workout,
I thought we were going to triple kiss.
all at the same time, the
Yeah.
three of us just. Mwah.
Mwah.
So,
Agree.
so seal it with a kiss.
Mwah.
So the whole class, he was talking, which sometimes when people do this too much, it makes me feel like it's shade disguised as kindness.
Oh, I know where you're going.
Because he kept being like, and he has a fucking headset microphone, so everyone can hear what he's saying. And he's like, and if you do Legree, then you
Like
should be able, like Brenna, you should be able to do the harder one, the harder movement. So we'll put your you should be able to do your hands up with this movement. And I was like, well, I have to fucking do it.
Yep.
Like, I have no choice. And I'm going to prove to you that I can, because I can do it, actually. Legree has made me a total badass. Thank you for talking about it, actually, because I have put in a lot of work, by the way.
So maybe he is good at his job. What we're learning through all this is he's really good at his job.
Yeah. So I'm going so hard in this class.
So hard.
So hard. The hardest I've ever worked out. I take my beats per minute on the fucking treadmill, 197 beats per minute.
I like that. I think it was 194.
Oh, was it? Oh.
No,
well,
but I like the
194.
idea of you adding 3. like
Just 3.
It's like, it'd be one thing if you said 197, it was 160, but it was 194. And I think you knew that, and you went to 194.
No, I think it was either or, one of the two.
So it was insane. Yeah, I don't know.
194 beats per minute.
Because he said, you're from Legree.
Yeah, and then as soon as I saw what my beats per minute was, I was like, wait, my chest does feel really, like, my heart was like, and it was tight, and I was like, I gotta stop because my heart's gonna explode, actually.
Yeah.
I don't think I got it like that, you know?
It is weird once you see the number, then you connect it to, I'm going to die.
Mm-hmm.
But really, you're fine. But you just ran on a fucking 10
Yeah.
or whatever. I just can't do it because of that hamstring. Pretty much the first time we ever...
Oh my God, have we ever told this story on
we-
this new version, though?
I don't know, but the first time I met Brenna, I took her to a workout class.
Not the first time, but it was like the first. It was definitely within the first month of us dating, because it
Yeah.
was before you went to film.
I was still trying to
With
impress
Nikki,
you,
yeah.
so
Yeah,
it was
yeah.
definitely the first week. At least. So we're at this workout class, and I was like in really good shape, and I really was. I was in fucking great shape. I had a 4-pack. I shaved my whole body. I didn't even have asshole hair. I was fucking a little.
Oh my God.
No, I did.
That's
But-
when you gave me one of those tantric massages once. One time you did. It was so. I was like, wow, this man. I remember telling my friends, I was like, he's very like. You can tell he's older.
Wait, what's the tantric
By the way,
massage?
he is in bed. Like when you gave me that massage and I couldn't.
Move?
Yeah, like you were just, I don't
Oh.
know. You gave me like this really sexual massage.
But we were at the gym, and at the last thing, the guy goes, now sprint as fast as you can. And it was one of those treadmills, which it judges you based off.
Okay, Andrew and I once, we were like, we're going to stop farting in front of each other. And he literally farted later that afternoon in front of me.
Yeah, I
That's
think
how
I-
long it lasted.
It lasted about 10 minutes.
Yeah, I made it like 3 days though.
So I was running on this treadmill.
Okay, sorry.
And no, and then I just ran as fast as I could to impress Brenna, and I tore my hamstring, and it felt like I got snipered, and I fell on the ground,
In
and
the
I was
middle of
rolling
the class,
around in
he
the
was
class.
like, oh, like shouting, curled up in a ball, holding his hamstring. And I didn't know what to do.
You were like, I've never seen
I
like an old
literally-
man like.
I literally like went to the next station while the instructor was helping you, because there's nothing I could have done. Like I was like, "Are you okay?" And you weren't, so I was like, "I'm just gonna like let them handle it."
Yeah, you weren't too, but then you drove the car to CVS.
Yeah, I drove you in your Corolla
Yeah,
and like
And I
helped you up to your apartment and stayed the night with you. So I was really nice.
yeah. No, it was really sweet, actually. Kind of. I don't know. It made me feel I was very upset.
Were you
about-
embarrassed more?
No, I was.
Were you more embarrassed, or were you like more bummed out about your hamstring? Like what,
bummed out about my hamstring?
Got it. Did you feel embarrassed, or did I make you feel like comfortable enough to be like okay with what?
I don't think I was
happened?
embarrassed because you were there. I think I was embarrassed because it just showed how old I was to myself.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah. Anytime I've gotten in shape over the last like 4 years, I get hurt. And then I get
Mhm.
depressed because I can't work out. And then I start eating.
Do you feel embarrassed about your age ever, like in front of me now?
Only when people comment, how's this old fuck with this young hot girl?
Yeah, that's so rude.
But I do think I'm like inspiring to people. I think people come across us on YouTube, especially if they don't know us, and then they see like a young hot girl with an old decrepit man with no hamstrings.
First of all, you're a middle-aged man that's very sexy, but
yeah,
and you have a lot going for you, and you could do anything you put your mind to. So you have a lot to whatever, like
yeah.
But then, like, what appears to the eye to strangers. That came out wrong. You get what I'm saying.
This is the like second time we've talked about these comments before, and it's the second time where you're like, you can do anything. You're amazing. You're incredible. But yeah, when people see you, they see a difference for sure.
Well, we're 16 years apart.
No, I know. I'm not mad about it.
It doesn't matter what you look like. We're 16 years apart. You just look older than me. That's what people are saying.
Yes.
It doesn't take away from your attractiveness. You're a very good looking man. But it is so funny to me when people are like, well, I still haven't found my person, but if this man, they make it sound like you are like 70 years old, or like it still gives me hope that I'll find somebody.
Yeah, no, I think I inspire. I feel like if people see us together, they're like, maybe we can live on Mars. Maybe, maybe they will solve a cure for cancer if this guy could get her. Like, I think it does inspire people. Like, I think I'm an inspiration out there.
Yeah.
For every, like, because when I was 26, I was a catch. Like, I was a handsome, just based off looks alone.
So sexy.
But now I've shown that even if your looks fade a little bit.
I don't think your looks have faded.
Yeah.
I just think that you've gotten better.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Well, maybe it's berries.
I think it's just youth. People glorify youth and everything that comes with it, but you're so much better on the inside as well than you were when you were 26, I
think. There's a fly.
Yeah.
All right, what's in Snews?
Yay, Snews. So Eddie Murphy revealed he right now is with the entire original cast of Shrek, recording Shrek 5. Very exciting news. And he revealed that Donkey is going to have a spin-off movie. Are you guys excited? Are you into Shrek?
There's been 4 Shreks.
Yeah, I don't think I've seen that. I've seen Shrek 1 and Shrek 2.
Okay, that's okay. Well,
I think Donkey's relationship with the dragon is really cute, but I don't think I care.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's like kind of what I'm curious.
And the dragon's a girl?
Yeah.
Anytime an animal it's like when you see a Saint Bernard fucking like a Shih Tzu or something. It's just weird.
Well, Donkey's dick would be like hot dog down a hallway for that dragon.
You would think.
Yeah.
Actually, Donkey's packed though.
Yeah, that donkey might.
And he makes waffles in the morning.
Good man.
Yeah. Am I excited? I'm not really. I feel indifferent. I did play soccer with who's the dude, the lead actor on that? Mike Myers. He was on our soccer team, on my brother's soccer team, and I played one time with him. And he was like, "Who is Mike Myers? Is the
Shrek?
Yeah, he's Shrek. And he was
Did he sound like Shrek?
He was also Austin Powers. Like he was huge. He was probably the biggest comedic actor.
Oh, that's Austin Powers.
Yeah,
he's a weird looking dude.
Yeah, baby. He actually had a penis bump too.
$1 million.
Yeah. That was mini me.
But, I know.
So
I know.
he was. I was like,
wait, is that really what his hair looked like, or was that a wig?
Actually, his hair did kind of look.
Did he have
that.
like an orangish brown hair?
Yeah, and it was like combed, and it was funny because there was like a fight in the game, and you could tell like he didn't want it.
No.
And he came. I remember he walked, and this is so funny because it just shows you what a comedian is like. Because this guy has sold probably $500 million, maybe $1 billion worth of tickets. He's probably at that point he was probably 3 years off of being the biggest comedian on earth. And he goes in the game for, I'm not even kidding you, maybe like 2 minutes. And he goes, all right, that's enough. That's enough for me. and then like he was just like,
Why was he there?
I don't even know. I think he just wanted friends.
Oh, that's really
Yeah.
sad.
Yeah.
I'd be friends with Shrek.
Honestly, like he was so nice. And I just remember him being like, because I was, I wasn't even in stand-up yet. I wasn't even in comedy. And I remember meeting him and being like, this guy's not even fucking funny. like that's how your thought process is. Like, this guy's not even talking about pussy, dude. Like, he's not even fucking making fun of his dick, dude. This guy's not funny. He's like, he's like, oh, sir. And I was like, oh, I don't know. I guess I learned something then.
Yeah.
I don't know what, but yeah, it was interesting. So am I excited for the movie? I guess. I mean, I won't see it in theaters.
We gotta watch 3 and 4.
Yeah, we should probably see 3 and 4.
Okay.
Lord Farquaad can fucking get it. I don't like that dude. I'll fuck him up.
Yeah, Lord Farquaad sucks.
Yeah. What else? What's next?
All right, Sabrina Carpenter is going on tour. The short and sweet tour was announced on Instagram, as well as the release of her new album. The date
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I didn't know she's going on tour, and I really am I was always really sad about missing Taylor Swift. Like, I think I'm gonna regret not going to Taylor Swift forever. And Sabrina Carpenter is like one of my favorite artists right now, and I think that we should make a real effort to go see her.
Okay.
Because she's like a pop star. You know what I mean? She's just like so fun to see. Also, that would be so lit. Like, it's just gonna be like the girls, you know?
Mm-hmm. Maybe you go with the girls.
No, because I want to go with you. I like hanging out with you. Let's go together.
Yeah, I'll think
When is she?
about it.
Where's her tour? Like, where is it?
She has 3
announced?
LA dates.
Okay.
It was,
cool.
she announced it on her Instagram. I think there's been already Ticketmaster drama, of course. But I'm pretty sure she's keeping the tickets reasonably low.
Yeah. I know. It's like one of those things where it's like, I haven't been to one concert of a band that I would like.
November 15th.
And then I would spend fucking $600 to see Sabrina Carpenter. That's a tough ask.
Well, let's see how much her tickets are, because she's going to be here November 15th. Her tickets are her pre-sale through Cash App. Okay.
How much?
Oh, I don't know. It's pre-sale, so I have to have a code, I guess.
Oh.
Why?
Yeah,
What's the
I like
point?
concerts. I don't think we've ever been to a... Have we been? Oh, no, we've been to a concert together. Went to Jake Owen together.
Yeah, where some girl, like drunk woman, got a tattoo on stage
That was crazy. He also threw a Bud Light off stage
and hit somebody.
and drilled an old woman.
Uh-huh. It was really
Dude,
bad.
and all I did was watch this old woman's face the whole rest of the concert.
She stayed?
You're such an empath, babe.
Dude, she was in the path of that beer. Hit her right on the fucking head, boy. It was crazy. He like threw it in like, yeah, woohoo, have a beer on me. And fucking threw it like, he threw it like 200 feet and just drilled this old woman.
Threw a curveball.
Then we went backstage. That was cool. We almost got tattoos back there.
Backstage at a concert, unless it's like a rap concert, it's not that fun.
Oh, really? How many rap concert backstages have you been to?
A few.
Have you really?
Mhm.
Did you really? Which one? Are you lying?
No, do you really want to know?
I don't know. Ew.
Yeah, we want to know.
I'm kidding.
Oh.
I love to see the dread and worry wash over Andrew's
She loves
face.
fucking doing that, and it really annoys me because,
Because he believes me every time. Okay.
well, I don't want you to
Actually-
think. Okay, no, you're a liar. I came in the other day. I fucking cleaned the car, and there was underwear in the car, and I brought it in. I was like, "Here's your underwear," and she goes, "These aren't mine." And I go, "Well, they were the only underwear. They were on the floor." She goes, "Well, why were they on the floor?"
Why didn't you save yourself the anxiety regardless and just throw it out?
Just throw away the underwear?
Well, you know it's hers and she's going to fuck with you.
I don't know that she's going to fuck with me. I thought she was just going to be like, thank you for giving me the underwear. I appreciate that. But instead, she made up a whole quick story about how it's some other bitch's underwear
It's the
and that I'm
perfect
cheating.
excuse.
And then in my brain, it's like when you go through the TSA and you think you have cocaine even though you don't have cocaine. I'm like, did I fuck 40 other women? And I left the underwear?
I love doing it.
And then she goes, no, I'm just kidding. It's my underwear. And that's why we're not going to fucking Sabrina Carpenter.
Well, speaking
you
of
don't-
fucking, Campbell and Jet Puckett, otherwise known as Pookie and Jet, they're pregnant. Pookie. Do you guys know them? I know you know them because Andrew wanted to recreate an Instagram.
Oh, the
Pookie's looking
fuckers from
fire.
TikTok, like Pookie's so hot.
Yeah, Pookie looks so beautiful in her darling dress tonight. So their names are Campbell and Jet, and their dog's name is Pierre.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, those are some really interesting names.
Give me one for a girl and one for a boy.
Wait, their name is Campbell. Oh, it's not Pookie. Pookie's the nickname.
Pookie's her nickname.
Cookie and Campbell. Soup. Cookie and soup.
Wait, what? No, the name of their kid.
Yeah.
Yeah, Cookie.
Oh,
Cookie
Cookie.
for a girl.
And soup.
How about what's a playoff of Campbell's?
I think it's gonna be more like
Chicken and
fucking-
stars.
Wait, their dog's name is Pierre.
Yeah.
So they're gonna have a kid and name it like Francis or something. Something like
yeah.
stupid.
I just fucking these people that blow up on TikTok
They're
for
stupid.
such a gimmick really just annoys me. But I think hopefully their kids are healthy. I hope their kids are
Yeah,
healthy.
I hope you have a healthy child, but stop being the way that you are.
All right, let's give them more advice. So I asked the people on Instagram, because everyone has fucked up weeks, and you guys are obviously trained therapists who deserve to give people advice on every topic. So
Now I gotta stop you there. We're not trained. I just want to let people know.
they're not actually trained.
Okay, thanks.
They don't have any certification.
Yeah, no, we're straight up just regular.
Certification,
We're just
not-
regular people that
Wait.
live in a beach house.
We have 2 places in Los Angeles.
We have 2 places in Los Angeles. We're just regular people. But
With
go ahead. We'll give
one college degree and one associate degree.
Almost.
almost an
Almost.
associate, and I cheat on everything, so I don't really even have. I have less than an associate.
So
really.
you're obviously qualified to give advice.
Yes.
Yes.
Obviously.
Now when you
That's
put
the
it
point I
that
was
way.
trying
But
to
we've both lived a lot of life.
I have.
You're wise. So the first person wants to know. Their son is 14 months pregnant.
Kill
I
him.
mean, old. Their son is 14 months old and wakes up every 3 hours and needs to be rocked back to sleep.
You got to sleep train that baby. My sister has a 3-month-old kid who's now sleeps 8 hours a night. You have to keep them on a very strict schedule
How
and
do you do
follow it. You have to train them.
So you keep the baby up?
You have
Is that
to.
what you have to do?
You have to. I don't know how the fuck to do it. I don't have a kid. Just do
Well, you
it.
were
Look
talking-
it up. Put in the work. Put
I-
in the work. You should not have a 14-month-old that doesn't sleep longer than 3 hours unless they have a medical condition. Take it to the doctor.
Give
But
it cocaine.
yeah,
Keep it awake until it gets so tired that it can sleep all through the night. I don't know. That has
that's
to be.
crazy.
I would
3
lose
hours.
my fucking mind.
Yeah, that's crazy. You got to get that like under control. Because also, people who co-sleep with their children, you're weird. I know it's weird. Like people who
She
sleep
didn't
with.
say she does that.
No, I know, but that's like they're headed down that path because that's what happens. People are like desperate to get their kid to just sleep, so
Oh,
they
so
put
instead
them
of
in the
getting
bed with
up,
them,
yeah.
and then the kid is next thing you know is like 8 years old, and you haven't had sex with your husband in like 3 years.
Now look, I know there's a lot of parents maybe listening to this right now, telling me and Brenna to go fuck ourselves, and that you don't understand how hard it is, and you're like, oh, you just want to keep it awake? Yeah, do it. Stop being a bitch. No, but for real. There needs to be either get rich enough to get a nanny, like us, living on our beach house.
Go find some money.
Either go find some money, stop buying expensive eggs, and also I think that the technology, if they could make a self-driving car, they could make a fucking apparatus that fucking rocks your baby. And I know they have
they
that.
have, yeah. Well, 14 months old. Well, I guess, yeah, he's probably a little bit too big for one of those, but
And spank them.
don't spank your kids.
Spank the shit out of it. I don't know, man. It's so hard. I can't imagine it. I can't. Can you every 3 hours? Oh,
That is going to be what it's like when we have a kid with a baby. You know that, right?
not for me.
Yes.
All right. Next one. 2 more. I'm getting weight loss surgery soon, and I don't know what to tell people when I'm off work and start losing weight.
That you're a skinny legend.
Yeah, who gives a fuck what people?
Yeah.
You don't have to tell anyone anything.
You don't have to tell them anything. It's none of their business. That's your private, that's your health information. So first of all, nobody at your place of work should be asking you that legally. So there's one of those. And then you just say,
Wait, what kind of weight loss surgery? Like stomach staple, do you
a
think?
sleeve, probably. Like
Probably something like that.
God, it would be so funny to don't tell anyone and just eat.
Oh my God, wait.
No, eat pizza and cheeseburgers and fucking lose weight and be like, I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. And just play dumb and just fucking lose like 40 pounds and don't tell anyone. And it could be your little fucking secret. And you could be like, how's this bitch eating fucking triple burgers every fucking day? And she looks great. So that's what I
they're
think you
going to
should
know
do.
better.
Huh?
While we're on the topic, actually, I probably shouldn't promote this. I don't know.
Brenna's taking medicine that does
I'm
this.
taking basically like Nature's Ozempic.
Awesome.
Yeah, it's from the brand Nutriflare. I got this through Paige DeSorbo, talked about it on Giggly Squad. And I was like, oh, I want to take whatever Paige is taking. It's a berberine with Ceylon cinnamon. Basically, it's good for your metabolism, but it like curbs your cravings as well, naturally. And I'm going to just say I got a sweet green bowl today, and I could only eat half of it. Yeah. So that's all I'm going to say about that.
Damn, that's awesome.
So what's your advice?
If you want a Nature's Ozempic, it's $25 on Amazon.
Oh, instead of getting the surgery?
No, just in general. If she wants to get a weight loss surgery, she should do it. But
Yeah,
I'm
you
just
don't have to
saying,
answer it. You don't
if
have
you're
to
just
tell
wanting to
anyone.
like trim down a few pounds, maybe try that. You know?
Yeah, if anyone talks shit, tell them to go fuck themselves. Fuck them.
Yeah.
Fuck them.
Starting to hate my job, but have been with the company for 8 years. I'm afraid to look for a new career.
Why are you scared? You should go. You're gonna grow. And also, I keep seeing this thing, like if you stay within your industry, based on like the percentage that they're increasing you could just take your resume and go get another job and have like a 60% like wage increase just by strictly changing companies.
But I would
because
do
of
it
your
while you still have your
experience.
job.
Oh,
I don't know,
yeah.
a lot of people
It's
just
really
quit.
hard to like find a job right now. I've struggled for literally 2 years. Like the entire time we've lived in Los Angeles, it's been so hard to find a job. And that's also just Los Angeles, but I'm sure everybody's feeling it everywhere. So
But if you do get a job, you get a 60% increase.
Mm-hmm. Dude, every time I've gotten a new job, I have increased like.
No, I know. I just think it's funny though that it's like it's hard to get a job, but if you do get a job,
the barrier to entry is very difficult.
But if you get in,
mm-hmm.
yeah, I immature me would be like, fucking just go for it, and who gives a fuck? Follow your passion. But then I'm like, apply and figure it out while still getting a paycheck coming in.
Never quit a job without having a new job unless that job is sucking the life out of you and you're depressed.
Also, every job ends up being depressing, no matter how fun it is at first. So that's really nice to really think about.
Is that true?
I think so.
I don't think it's true. I think some people genuinely enjoy their jobs.
Nope. Never happened.
To you. It's happened to me.
Nope.
Speak for yourself.
You haven't got there yet.
Got where?
To hating it.
Yeah, because they change jobs enough.
Puddles, 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 puddles. Everybody now puddles, puddles. Everybody get up because you get down and then everyone will come over here.